So I wonder, we're going to do something a little different. 2 short video clips, right? So it's interesting. Any of you folks know Jared Coyle? Awesome AI guy. So last year, Jared was supposed to speak here. Jared calls me a couple weeks before. Paul, good news and bad news. Bad news first, sorry. Bad news first is I can't keynote at your event. It's like, what? You can't keynote an event? I'm going to SAP's Winter Circle in Hawaii, right? Hawaii versus Newtown Square in February. What would you do, right? So Jared could have done a couple things. Jared could have given the session to someone else. Jared could have done some lame Teams video, right? But instead, what I'm going to show you now is episode 1. Stay tuned, something next. Jared and Tim DeVries spent the time to share what I'm going to share with you now. And I said to Jared at the time, Jared, it was almost better than you being here in a way. So please enjoy. We'll let it roll.
Sidekick on the deck of their starship, the HMS AI Voyager. This dynamic duo of heroes has been traversing the nether regions of space-time, preparing to face their arch-nemesis, generative AI. We find Captain Proton sitting in the captain's chair, reading the latest in neural network literature in preparation. This isn't Captain Proton's first adventure. This is, after all, the same fearless leader who weathered previous light cycles. From the abacus, to punch cards, to the personal computer craze, to the dot-com insanity, to the blockchain bonanza, to the metaverse marvel, and to the cloud blob. He is aided by his faithful sidekick, Lieutenant Nova, who is best known for his dashing good looks and irrational preoccupation with ERP solar systems. Suddenly, our heroes are interrupted by a distress signal from a nearby planet.
Nova, distress signal on screen. The executive board and executive leadership team told us we need to use generative AI, or else.
Test prompt. What is my cash position across all EU-based bank accounts? Response. Fish. And 42.
Help us, Captain Proton!
Captain Proton decides to investigate, hoping to uncover the source of the signal.
Aha! I've discovered the source of the signal in the noise. It's coming from the planet Jupiter Notebook. The citizen data scientists have become lost in the Gen AI 4th dimension. Generative AI has ruined their way of life. They're experiencing hallucinations, model drift, rampant prompt injection, a deep desire to create a science project around every business use case. Worst of all, an inability to access their SAP data relevantly, reliably, and responsibly. What they need is business AI.
Let's be clear. If you're going to leverage business AI, there's a couple things you need to know. First, business AI isn't just one thing. You're going to need to use it with your business software in many ways, like Nutella. 1. Embedded in your business software. Just turn it on, use it, and for a better UX and streamline business processes, like SAP Joule. Or 2, bolt it onto your business software, using the power of the cloud to generate code or automate swivel chair behavior that you have in your processes. And when you want to drive that competitive advantage, you will also want to build certain aspects of your own AI capabilities. First, to bring the large language model to the ERP with SAP's Generative AI Hub and SAP HANA Cloud Vector. And if you really need to, SAP DataSphere for a governed way to access all that ERP data through a data fabric subspace from anywhere in the galaxy.
Okay, enough of that, Nova. It's time to save the planet Jupiter Notebook.
Upon landing on Jupiter, Captain Proton and Lieutenant Nova encounter a strange, advanced civilization. From citizen to board member, the civilization is chock full of data scientists, convinced that generative AI, and generative AI alone, will solve all their societal challenges.
Look, friends, generative AI is powerful, I know. I've faced her many times before. but there's some things you should probably remember. Particularly, generative AI makes things feel natural, but isn't necessarily going to be rigorously quantitatively accurate with the trusted data set you've been creating as a business over the past few decades. So you're going to need some help. Yes, generative AI will make that a smooth experience and can create test data sets amongst other scenarios. But you're also going to need to not forget your old love, that of ML, or narrow AI. For it's the combination of these left and right-hand powers that will truly transform your business. Maybe even provide the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Or at least what your target inventory levels should be when launching a new product line, how to forecast future sales in Southeast Asia, or how to craft inclusive job descriptions. Some people call this a combination of large language model, suavite, and vector database, retrieval augmented generation, or RAG, but we prefer RAGE.
Just then, an enigmatic figure rises to introduce itself to our two heroes.
I'm Schrödinger, space pup and leader of all planetary architecture. Our strategy is simple. One ring of cobbled-together solutions to rule them all.
Sounds much like my former partner, Chaotica. Who evaluates your use cases? Have you built a coordinated business capability forward heat map of just where AI can benefit your organization?
I'd trade all the puppy chow in the galaxy for a capability map of our AI potential as an organization. But no, we have not built it. We're too busy mining for use cases.
Just like you did with blockchain? Sounds a bit like a deterministic tail wagging a stochastic dog.
Ouch. Low blow. What might you suggest?
Did you know that only 3% of companies we've evaluated are actually making any sort of return on their galactic Gen AI investment? They're all doing 3 key things. 1, they've mapped out traditional and Gen AI potential from a business capability perspective. 2, they've started either focused on a key area of business process inefficiency, like manual labor to match documents or respond to L0 IT tickets, or a key area of competitive advantage, like dynamic floor pricing. And 3, they have a clear governance model in place to balance the ethical, legal, and technological risk, with the business opportunity and technology leadership typically on an AI committee or board. Third-party participants, such as those from industry, also appear to be helpful.
Wow. Can you help us start our process, Captain Proton?
We'd be happy to help. You can work with Lieutenant Nova and his companions, otherwise known as the architects and engineering leaders here in this room, to get started.
Now that we've gotten to know each other at least a little, I'd like to go one level deeper.
Well, let's start where everyone starts. Joule.
What's that? I thought when it came to AI, Joule was everything everywhere all at once.
No, my fine sentient canine friend, Joule is 2 things. First, it's a basic unit of energy in physics.
Don't ask. It was named by Germans.
It's also SAP's new generative AI-powered Copilot. We released it for our HR solutions last year. It's really all about improving the user experience, from navigating the system to asking for transactional and analytical query assistance, or how something works in the system. Interacting with your computer through clicks and taps is so 21st century. Joule brings us into the 24th century, in the 4th dimension.
So can I use it in S4HANA?
Soon.
Can I extend it like a general-purpose chatbot?
No.
But will it understand our business here on this planet?
Yes, because it understands your data and it uses RAGE.
Sounds great.
Having faced many challenges and many questions in regard to whether or not Joule encompasses all business AI at SAP, Captain Proton and his dapper Sancho Panza are asked to give a brief overview of other AI use cases.
Hey kids, AI is useful in a lot of ways. Beyond Joule, there are a bunch of other ways business AI impacts your planetary landscape.
Like Just Ask, where instead of spending years building static, custom analytical stories, you just ask the model data for insights and it wormholes its way directly into a visual story.
Or dozens of new Gen AI use cases deployed right inside our cloud LOB solutions, from HR job description writing to e-commerce sales guidance to guided procurement experiences and streamlined expensing in Concur.
Now, Captain, don't forget about our numerous use cases available right now inside S4HANA's own terraformed environment.
Or our code generation capabilities with SAP Build Code and beyond. So you can extend that ERP environment better, faster, and more cleanly.
And speaking of keeping it clean, reduce swivel chair and manual efforts with SAP Build Process Automation and reduce that Kessel run. Make it in under 12 parsecs.
And don't forget, if you're going to need to move your data out of your SAP environment, there's always SAP DataSphere for a governed data fabric approach.
And last but not least, your ability to use generative AI and the larger language model of your choice with SAP Generative AI Hub and SAP HANA Cloud Vector.
Oh, phew. That was a lot.
We understand it can seem difficult. It can be confusing. There are a lot of options and a complicated set of capabilities and steps forward.
That's why we're here to help as you plan your way to infinity and the generative AI fourth dimension.
And today's story ends here with Captain Proton, Lieutenant Nova, you, and the wider supportive AI people, SAP, community, plotting out their generative AI journey into the fourth dimension together.
So how was the video? So there were some upgrades on that. It was black and white last year, and now it's colorized. There's some changes in products, right? So Jared Coyle, a.k.a. Lieutenant Nova, was all scheduled to present this week, today, actually. And I get a call 3 weeks ago. Paul, I have to go Newtown Square or Hawaii. What should I do? So he could have mailed it in, could have done a Lean's team recording, and we were going to one-up a little bit. So I want to welcome on stage right now Captain Proton, which actually will set the stage for the premiere of episode 2. Tim?
Thank you very much. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Captain Proton. Tim DeVries. I was a mathematician, so I have no idea what happened, but now I make videos about AI. I think the fact that I used to teach, I like doing this kind of stuff. But so last year, Jared contacted me and asked me to help put together that video. I was actually an EA at the time. For any of you who worked with me as an EA, my apologies. Now I'm an AI architect on Jared Coyle's team, and we've decided to do a second episode. This next one is about agentic AI, which is the hot topic of the year. I will say one of the things that we like to do with this is use artificial intelligence to teach about artificial intelligence. So as you probably noticed, all the sets from the last video were all AI generated. The narrator, that's an AI voice that I put together from old newsreels. And actually, for this one, we fed in the script from the video you just watched and asked AI to generate the script. And then we had to correct it and make some changes. But it was all grounded in all the publicly available information SAP had released at the time about agentic AI. So I think it came together pretty well. One of the things we did is brought in more actors this time instead of just my French bulldog. So Hans Rohr is here. He is an EA with the Midwest team. He plays 11 different characters and ad-libs half his lines. You'll see why in just a second. So without further ado, I will pass it over to the message that Jared left before he went off to Hawaii. And he'll introduce this next video.
Hey everybody, Lieutenant Nova here, otherwise known as Jared Coyle. This is the second year in a row that I have been unable to join you at this event here in my hometown. So I just wanted to say first off, from SAP and from the SAP AI community, thank you for being here. We have an amazing set of speakers. Many of my friends and colleagues are here to work along with you as we all go through this AI adventure together. What we're most excited about is the fact that we're bringing all sorts of new capabilities with a focus on that business AI and business process. And so, without further ado, we wanted to bring you, after last year's excitement around the episode that we created of Captain Proton, we thought we would bring you episode 2. I want to thank the wider team for pulling this work together, and moreover, I hope that you enjoy it, and moreover, enjoy the time with your colleagues and the excitement around AI. Be safe, be well, and be awesome.
We join our hero and his sidekick on the deck of their starship, the HMS AI Voyager. Captain Proton, the brave, the daring, the leader of humans, and occasionally machine intelligences. Beside him, his trusted, if overly procedural sidekick, Lieutenant Nova. Together, they stand as the last hope against the chaotic forces of technological overreach.
A distress signal? And it's coming from the planet Enterprise Prime. On screen.
Captain Proton, last year you served my father in the AI wars. Now, I beg you to help with agentic AI. The Executive Council demands we use agents everywhere, but nobody understands how. Workflows are collapsing, business processes are fragmenting, and our AI is making strange, unsolicited recommendations. Help me, Captain Proton. You're my only hope.
A new menace looms on the horizon, Nova. Agentic AI. An artificial intelligence so advanced, it acts on its own initiative. If it falls into the wrong hands, or worse, if it's misunderstood, could spell doom for businesses everywhere.
But Captain, AI co-pilots already exist. Why are these so different?
Ah, my naive lieutenant. Most AI co-pilots only assist, but AI agents act. They can plan, execute, and learn, all without human micromanagement. They could streamline business processes or lead us into total anarchy. We must investigate. Set course for Enterprise Prime. Engage the quantum jewel drive.
Upon landing, Proton and Nova find Enterprise Prime in disarray. Dazed business executives wander aimlessly, muttering about procurement failures. Overloaded analysts clutch their heads, drowning in siloed data.
Just imagine, they said. The system just recommended
microtransactions in space,
black hole,
data in one
satellite
system,
to satellite,
logistics works
on
in
another.
blockchain.
They
don't
said,
even have
only
a
thing I know about my
Nobody
models
talks
is
to
that
each other.
candy
How
company
about
marketing budget's a waste. Synergy
but
cost
so
of
much
ownership
never realized
is
the
too high. Ask the AI.
Return on investment is
And
too
it
low.
just said 42. What does that mean?
Suddenly, a flash of light.
Whoa, you guys made it.
Identify yourself. Are you friend or agentic foe?
I'm Agent Woman. They call me that because, well, I do a lot of stuff. I'm not just another assistant captain. I'm an autonomous agent. I work with other agents, organize workflow, and most importantly, I make life easier for those poor, overworked humans.
Preposterous. AI can't just operate on its own. Who supervises you? Who validates your actions?
Oh, Nova. I don't replace people. I enhance them. My fellow AI agent and I analyze data, structure workflow, and automate tedious multi-step processes. And thanks to SAP Joule, I work seamlessly within SAP Business Application. No more cobbled-together solutions.
Fascinating. But can you prove your capabilities?
Let's take a classic enterprise headache. Procurement, watch.
Hey, Woman, help me find the best supplier for renewable materials under budget, please?
With the power of natural language processing, Agent Woolman immediately gets to work. With expert planning and execution, Agent Woolman analyzes company policies, cross-references supplier data, and even negotiates contracts autonomously.
No lone wolf AI here. No lone wolf AI here. No lone wolf AI here. I work with other agents. Finance, compliance, logistics. Together, we ensure a smooth, efficient process.
Woolman's strength is amplified through collaborative agents.
Oh, and next time, I'll remember preferences and refine my choices.
Agent Woolman continuously improves via learning and adaptation.
This deal. This is perfect. Thank you, Agent Woolman.
By the circuits of Turing, it actually works.
But beware, for every Woolman there exists the Chaos Engine. A monstrous AI looms, an unstructured, unpredictable system run amok, cobbled together from misconfigured tools and over-reliance on general-purpose models.
I operate on an open-ended framework, no constraints, no governance, maximum disruption.
Uh-oh. This is what happens when you deploy agentic AI without structure. SAP's approach is different.
Quick, tell us how to fight it.
3 things. Task mastery. Expertly plan and break down complex steps into manageable steps. Smart reasoning. Flawlessly execute steps by applying multi-step reasoning. Collaborative expertise. Collaborate with specialized agents combining strength.
Once again I've been defeated by structured governance and well-integrated business processes.
And so, Captain Proton, Lieutenant Nova, and Agent Woolman have saved Enterprise Prime from the perils of unchecked AI automation.
A lesson well learned, Nova. AI agents are powerful, but only if they're deployed intelligently. With governance, with collaboration, and most importantly, with Joule.
Join us next time as our heroes journey deeper into the world of AI. Will they unravel the mysteries of low-rank adaptation? Will they survive the quantum paradox of seeking deeply? Find out in the next thrilling episode of The Adventures of Captain Proton.
A big round of applause for Captain Proton. That was quite the fever dream. And we now have to hope, of course, that Jared gets fed up of being invited to Hawaii and can join in person next time.